Guys, welcome to next Minecraft tutorial video. In this video we will make a melon and pumpkin automatic farm. So basically this will farm the melons and pumpkins in an automatic way, and we'll also have a collection system below the farm that will collect both type of crops. So now let's see what are the building blocks that we'll be using here. These are the building blocks that we will use. I have taken full stacks, so I don't have a rough estimate about which item is needed how much. So for now we'll move on with the full stacks. So make sure you have all these items in your inventory before you start. Now let's first mark out where we want to have this farm. So let's start with that. So usually as you might be knowing, when we place a water block, let's say here, we can have 4 by 4 area which can be hydrated by using this particular block. So what we will do here now is take out this water again, mark that area, and we need to dig down to place some items first. So what we'll do, we will ignore this part first, okay, and I'll just clean up this as well, this surrounding area as well. Yeah, now it looks better. So as you can see, we have this as our water block which will contain the water basically, and then now we will need to mark it 4 like blocks away from this water block in both directions. So 1 2 3 and 4. So this will be the block. So I'll just dig down, and this is in a horizontal way. Now let's mark it in a vertical way. So 1 2 3 and 4. So that block. Okay, similarly you will do this on the other two sides as well. So here and here. Now after that, let's dig down this full area till the places that we have marked. So we will go one level lower. So this is one level lower. We need to go another level lower because this will be the level at which the crops will grow. And so I will just dig down here. We need to have it 2 levels deep basically. This is what the idea is. So now once we have this sorted out, you need to leave this particular block as it is, since the above like above this block you will have water, and if you remove this block then the water will flow everywhere. So please make sure you have this block as it is. Also make sure you are removing these two blocks on the either side, any either side, either these two or in this way. So it should be in a single line. We are creating this hole so that the mine cart can go easily below this area. Now what we'll do is we'll create kind of a collection system over here somewhere. Okay, so let's leave one place here for the exit, and okay, let me do it this way. Instead of making it in a this position, I will align it with this exit. Okay, so what I will do is I will dig a hole here and also here, and we'll remove this block as well. Okay, so once this is done, now let's put all the rails in first. Okay, so I will remove this junk out, keep this dirt somewhere safe because we will need it after some time. Let's take the rails, the powered rails. We will need the redstone blocks. Yeah, I think that's it for now. So start by placing the rails. So this is what I do usually to lay out my plan of how to do it. So I'll just lay out all the rails like in this manner first, and then we will include the power rails to make it like sort of an automatic system. The remaining ones, let me put this powered rail for now. Okay, so this is just to lay down a particular you can say a blueprint for my track. And now what I will do is for every, like usually what I do after every 6 tracks or so, or before every turn, I just put a powered rail so that the minecart has enough power while it's traveling through these rails. So I'll just put a redstone block here, a powered rail here. Okay, we'll put some rails at the start also. 1 2 3 4 5 6. So I usually put after 6 blocks, and we will do the same everywhere. So let's put all the powered rails first and make this track complete. So as you can see, now we have the track laid out properly. Before moving forward, I just test out my tracks first so that we don't encounter any issues after we have built everything. So I'll just take my minecart here, take a lever, turn on this particular rail, and I'll just put my minecart over here to see if it is able to move properly and it has enough power to cycle through the full track and come back again. So let's see if it is able to move properly or not. Okay, great. So it looks like we have created track properly. Now next thing is to make sure these things are properly mounted. So I'll just remove these power trails for now, and we need to place the actual collection system over here. So I'll remove these 2 dirt blocks, and okay, let's get the hoppers. First let me put out the chest below this area. Okay, so I'll take my 2 chests, leave 1 hopper for the minecart. So I will put both these chests this way, then I have hoppers on top of it, just to be sure that we can access the chest properly. What I will do is I will dig down this area so we have access to the chest. Okay, and now what we will do is we will place our power rails again on top of these hoppers, and we will keep our lever over here so that it can power on and off these power rails, and it will make sure that the minecart is going or stopping any time we want to. So once this is done, the next step will be to create the full farm above this collection system. So for that, what we will do is we'll have to mark out where we want the pistons and the observers to sit. So this area on the level of these blocks is the farm area where all the melons and everything will grow. Above this particular block we have to mark it with a dirt block. Okay, so what I generally do, since this is little bit confusing, I just place a dirt block over here, and then on top of it I place another dirt block, and I try to see if I'm aligning the piston correctly. So if I keep a piston over here, it will end at this block, and that will be wrong. Instead I need to make it one block higher, so I'll put one more block at the top, remove these blocks for now, and now I'll put my piston there, and yeah, I think it looks correct. So when we turn it on, it will just push down and break our pumpkin or watermelon, whatever, and then the collection system will collect it. So now what we need to do is we need to make one layer over this particular farm with this dirt, so that we can place our pistons and pistons first, observers will place it at the last. So let's start with creating this overhead dirt platform. Great, so now we have a dirt platform above our farm area. Let's say this is the place where we put our seed, so the next block, that is this particular area, will be growing that pumpkin or melon. So here we'll place our piston. So just look up and place the piston. Now once you have placed any one of the piston, ignore one slot and put the piston again. So basically you need to place the pistons in alternate fashion on the dirt platform above, and that will ensure that you have correctly placed all the pistons. Just make sure to leave this place, like the block where you will be placing water, so you don't need a piston above it, because that will be unnecessary. So okay, so these two layers are done. We'll fill up the pistons on the rest of the platform, and then we'll continue to the next step. Once you have placed all these pistons, now we can go ahead and remove this dirt block, I mean the full dirt platform. So we'll just remove all the dirt blocks from here. Once all the dirt blocks are removed from like above the piston area, we need to fill up this place again with the dirt blocks on this particular level, so that we can plant our seeds and then put the observers in. We need to keep some gap here so that the minecart can go easily. So we'll not place some of the blocks here, it might waste some space, but that is fine. So basically this much should be enough. Let's put the minecart here and let's try to send it once. Yes, I think that one is enough, so we'll just turn it off so that minecart comes back. Okay, great. So this piston is not needed anymore, so I'll remove it. Now once all of this is done, what we need to do is we need to go above this platform, put the water there, put all the seeds in place, and then put observers on top of this. So I'll take all the pumpkin seeds for now. The process is same for melon seeds, so you can like perform these steps with either of the two seeds. So we'll need observers, redstone dust, pumpkin seeds, and I think that's it. We will also need a hoe, and we'll need a water bucket. So first let's go and put water at the correct place, that is this block. Then in the same alternating fashion, let's use the hoe and hoe the parts that are visible. So we'll not hoe the land below the piston, but we will hoe the land which is visible to us, like which is alternate from the piston. So here you saw I accidentally hoed this particular place, so I will just remove that particular block and I will just place it again. Yeah, so I'll just give you a brief about what we need to do, and then in the time lapse I will show you the same thing for all the rest of the remaining farmland. So let's say this is my area where I need to plant my seed. So I'll take my seed, plant it here, and if you see my mouse cursor is on top of that particular sapling, and you can see a hitbox of the sapling there. So I'll keep my mouse cursor over there, and then I'll take my observer and then do a right click. So this will mean that observer will track the growth of that particular sapling, and when we put a redstone dust on top of this observer, as soon as there is some activity on that particular sapling, these two pistons, or the pistons that are connected to this observer, in this case 1, 2 and 3, these three pistons will activate. So anytime any crop is grown, or any pumpkin or any watermelon grows on either of this area near this observer, it will get broken, and the minecart below, which will be running 24/7, will collect that particular item and then put it in the chest. So this is what we will do for each and every space or the gap that is here. We will hoe that area, put the seed, and then pointing to the hitbox of that sapling we will put the observer, and then on top of observer we will put the redstone dust. So uh, I'll just start a time lapse showing this whole activity, and we'll complete this particular farm uh, by doing the same steps everywhere. So now we have placed all the pistons, all the observers, all the redstone, everything is placed now. As you can see, all the saplings are also planted. So let's fasten up this process. For now, what I will do is I will just bone meal the saplings, and as you can see, anytime there is an activity, these pistons that are surrounding that particular observer starts pushing up and down to break if any pumpkin or any melon is there. So basically we have an activity as soon as the observer detects anything. So to start the collection process, for now, like we don't have anything running, what we'll do is we'll take a mine cart, we'll put a hopper in the crafting area, and you can see we have a mine cart with hopper. We will send that will do the actual collection. So we'll start our lever and just send the mine cart. So you can see the items are disappearing, and that means that minecart has collected that item. It will do a full lap and just it will try and dump these items into the chest. So now when I open the chest, you can see it has collected 2 pumpkin. So this is how this auto collection system will work, and this farm will work. If you AFK for some time, you will get a decent amount of pumpkins and everything. So I hope this farm will be useful to you, and I hope you enjoyed the video. So stay tuned guys for more Minecraft tutorial videos, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.